Welcome to my channel. My name is Ria and today we're going to talk about the full moon lunar eclipse happening in the sign of Taurus. Full moons are points of completion, endings, things come to a close on a full moon. Full moons can be emotionally charged points. Emotions can run high on a full moon. So that's what a full moon is. And this one is an eclipse. Eclipses are karmic, eclipses are fated, eclipses are destined events. So you can say this is a destined, karmic, closing out, ending, completion, emotional release, in short. Now, this full moon lunar eclipse is happening in the sign of Taurus at 5 degrees. That's the moon, 5 degrees of Taurus. Sun is at 5 degrees of Scorpio, right? So collectively speaking, Taurus is a financial sign. It's to do with economies, currencies, food resources, stability, security, all these big themes. And Scorpio, where the sun is the sign of digging really deep into things. It's a financial sign as well, but it's about research. It's about things coming to the surface. It's about transformation. Scorpio is one of the most transformative signs, right? A lot of transformation takes place in the sign of Scorpio. It's also about endings and beginnings, right? Pluto rules the sign of Scorpio. So these are the big themes that are highlighted on a collective level. Personally, look for 5 degrees of Taurus in your chart. That particular house will be highlighted. So areas associated with that house will be highlighted, impacted by this eclipse energy for you. If you don't know your charts, that's perfectly fine as well. Now let's talk about a few other things that are going on during this eclipse. So we have Jupiter right here, very close to the moon, right? It's not too close, but it is close to the moon. And we have Mars and Mercury here. And you can see there is an opposition. They're opposing each other. Mars has moved on, right? It's at 11:23. Jupiter is at 11:14. But Mercury is building up to oppose Jupiter. And you can say they're kind of opposing each other even now. So what is this, right? Jupiter is a benefic in astrology, yes, which means it brings blessings, it brings good things, it brings gifts. But Jupiter is a teacher, it brings lessons. Jupiter is known as the guru, right? It's guru in Vedic astrology. And what is the guru? Guru is a teacher. So Jupiter is the biggest teacher in Vedic astrology. And what it brings is lessons. So with this eclipse, we can be learning some lessons. Another thing Jupiter is expansion. It really expands energies. It expands things. It exaggerates them. So the energy of this lunar eclipse is exaggerated because Jupiter is really, really close to it, right? So whatever the energy is, it's more exaggerated. It's expanded since Jupiter is so close to the eclipse. And it is opposing Mercury and Mars, and Mercury and Mars are really close. Mars is about action. It's about getting things done. It's about taking initiative on the positive. On the not so positive, Mars can be impulsive. It can be aggressive. It can not think of the consequences, right? And Mercury is our communication. It's our speech. So with these two so close to each other, what we need to be mindful of is impulsive, aggressive communication, right? That's something we need to be mindful of. But on the positive, with Mars, great time to do things, take action, especially it's in the sign of Scorpio, where it loves to be. Past few months with all the retrogrades in Mars and Libra, this energy of doing things and taking action wasn't so much, but now it's there. And Jupiter is opposing this energy of Mars and Mercury together. And what that means is that impulsiveness to maybe communicate aggressively or harshly is magnified. So again, we need to be mindful of that. But since Jupiter is opposing Mars, great time to take action, but taking action after thinking things through, not just being impulsive, not just getting right into it. Think it through. If it makes sense, then take the action, right? So that's the main highlight with this Jupiter opposition to Mars and Mercury. The next thing I want to talk about is the fact that we just had the sun trine Saturn, right? and the moon also trined Saturn before this eclipse, and it's still close. You can see Saturn is at 0 degrees of Pisces, the moon's at 5, the sun's at 5. It's moved on, but it's still close. And what is this? This is about structure, this is about definition, this is about committing to things, right? Because Saturn is all these things. It's about streamlining things. So there is an element which started a while ago, because the sun did trine Saturn a little while ago, but it's still there, of maybe, defining things, streamlining things, making things a little more concrete, you can say. So there is that element as well, and it's a positive aspect. So this definition, decision, commitment can be more organic rather than, forced or stressful. So that's also there. And the next thing I want to talk about is the fact that Pluto, we've been speaking about this, Pluto here is still quite close to the square to the nodes, right? We spoke about this a lot, June, July, because in July Pluto squared the nodes. Exact Pluto here squaring North Node, South Node, Rahu, Ketu, making that aspect. And now it's still close, right? And what is this about? This is about changes. This is about endings. This is about beginnings. It's already happened, but it's still happening, right? Because the aspect is close. So changes are on, transformations are on, endings are on, beginnings are on. So I just wanted to mention that once. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the fact that Venus here is building up to its trine to Uranus. Venus here, Venus is going to move on, and it is going to trine Uranus, make a positive aspect. Uranus is about freedom, independence, authenticity, change. It's sudden, it's unpredictable, and Venus is our relationships, it's our projects, finances, self-worth, values, skills. Venus is a lot of things, right? So there can be changes coming up to these things, to our financial matters, to our projects, to appearances, all these things. So I just thought I'd mention that. So to sum it up, I would say that this is an eclipse. Eclipses by themselves are very powerful, they are very potent, they bring change. If something has been meaning to happen but hasn't happened, an eclipse can make that happen, right? So they are very powerful points in astrology. So this is a powerful eclipse, and with Jupiter there, it's more expansive in its energy. With its aspect to Mars and Mercury, we can take action, yes, but be mindful of being impulsive, being aggressive, and speaking maybe harshly, right? These are the things we want to be mindful of. With Saturn making aspects to the Sun and Moon, although now it's on the decline, the aspect, decisions, commitments, structures, all these things can be highlighted as well. Venus building its trine to Uranus tells me that changes to Venus things, relationships, projects can be there, and these changes can be a little unexpected as well, right? Because it's Uranus, it's unpredictable, it's unexpected, but whatever these changes are, they must feel right to us, they must feel authentic to us. So that's that. And if we look at the chart right now, let's talk about a few more things. We have energy in Aries, we have energy in Scorpio, Chiron is there, Rahu, the North Node, is there. The North Node has been there since July of this year, right, in the sign of Aries. And the North Node, yes, it's the future, it's going towards the future, but it's also expansion. It also exaggerates, a lot like Jupiter, in the sense of exaggerating things. So it is highlighting that energy of Aries. And with Ketu in Libra, this axis of Aries and Libra is highlighted, right? Aries is taking action, beginnings, initiations, doing things, getting things done. On the positive, on the not so positive, it's aggressive, it's impulsive, it does not think things through. And Libra, on the other hand, is Venus-ruled energy. It's about relationships, it's about thinking things through, weighing things out, balancing things out, right? It's about justice, it's about the legal system, all these things. So since July, we've had this emphasis on Aries and Libra, independence and relationships, aggression versus peace, aggression versus diplomacy. We've had this axis highlighted. So I just thought I'd mention that. And right now we have Scorpio as well, and we have Taurus, right? Jupiter is in Taurus, Uranus is in Taurus, and Uranus has been here for a while. It will be here for a while, and Jupiter is here for a while as well, few months. So with these two energies in Taurus, Taurus is also highlighted right now. So Taurus is a financial sign. It's to do with finances, economies, food resources, stability. So that is highlighted, right? Has been highlighted for a while as well, with Scorpio, with the Sun in Scorpio, Mercury in Scorpio, Mars in Scorpio now. Scorpio is highlighted as well. Change, transformation, endings, beginnings, digging really deep into things coming to the surface, hidden things revealing themselves. And Scorpio is also a financial sign. Right, a month ago we did not have these energies in Scorpio. So now Scorpio is being highlighted. So I hope this video was useful, and I will see you next time. Have a great day. Bye.